Good evening. This is the third, that's right, fucking third time I've had to upload this video. I'm not happy about it, very angry. But before we get to the fantasy, quick word about on-field attempted murder. It is entirely justified, in my opinion, when a tweety-looking fuck like Mason Rudolph is just trying to rip your helmet off, and you've already been punched by a random fan, so you're not in the mood for these kinds of shenanigans. And you know, when you run at a guy who's wielding a helmet like a battle axe, you're gonna get hit, and it is what it is. And I'm sure he'll be suspended for the rest of this year and all of next year, although it says indefinitely. I'm just waiting for Belichick to pick him up off waivers for nothing, because that's how it works. All right, so attempt number 3, running through all these goddamn matchups. First, we have me and Brad. Brad's one of the myriad of teams that's at 6-4. I am with, I believe, Jack at 4-6. So woohoo! I'm sticking with Philip Rivers. He's playing Kansas City. I think it's going to be a shootout. I swear to Christ, if he scores less than 18 points, I'm breaking something in my house. And it's not going to be fun. Rebecca's going to yell at me. But it's happening because I'm angry at the season. I'm still trying to ride the run CMC train, although it's not helping. Hoping Eckler catches another touchdown randomly. And Hawkinson has a good game against Dallas. Quan starting Drew Brees, Marlon Mack, Tevin Coleman. The Pitt defense putting up a monstrous 3 points against the murderous Browns. I think I win this one, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? Next matchup we got is the Creek and Heaters and the P Corners. They're pretty even right now. I think the P Corners are going to pull out with Garoppolo and Zeke and Dalvin Cook. You know, the Heaters got Ertz and Philip Lindsay, but Kyle Allen might not have the best game. I'm hoping a lot of CMC is in there. So I think P Corners run away with that one. We got Andy Money and Cooper Kupp. Again, the team name where the pun is from a player on his team. I cannot stress this enough. Jalen Samuel is doing well for Sammy, catching a touchdown. Nick Chubb putting up 9 points. But I think Cooper Kupp runs away with this one, and he goes to fucking 9-2, which just makes me sick. And then we have what I have dubbed the who gives a fucking shit bowl between Kat and Aaron, who I will never not make fun of for having the dumbest goddamn team name on the planet. You know that it's wrong. You know you shouldn't have this fucking name. You know you shouldn't do it, but you do it anyway, and it's because I don't know why. I don't know why. I honestly don't. I've been racking my brain for weeks trying to figure out why you would have the name of somebody who's not on your team in the name of your team. But that's, you know what? That's people do what they're going to do. Cat wins this one just because then we have Jack and Bobby. Bobby's going to crush Jack like a grape. Lamar Jackson's going to have a video game type performance, putting up 30 points. Leonard Fournette may do well against Indy, may not. We'll see what happens. Travis Kelce is probably going to do well. We hope New England does well. Jack's riding on the coattails of the only good quarterback to wear number 2, Matty Ice. I'm pretty sure he wears number 2. Rolling out 98-year-old former retiree Jason Witten. We'll see how that works out. Detroit isn't very good against tight ends, so hopefully they do well. I think Bobby wins that one by a lot. And then to the last matchup of the week. It would be the Mercy Flush and Finger Sweeps, the two people who I'm convinced know the least about fantasy football in this league. Andy has tripped over backwards into being 6-4. God knows how that happens, although I'm sure he'll tell me exactly how that happened, along with how to run, any myriad of things. Ben, the ever silent, ever not present Ben, has tripped over into 6-4 as well. Ben rolling out the Indy defense against Jacksonville. Josh Jacobs, Le'Veon Bell, Kyler Murray may do well against San Francisco. We'll see what happens. And Andy is, trotting out Alvin Kamara, Julian Edelman, Emmanuel Sanders, who may have a good game, who may not have a good game. We'll see. I'm hoping Ben wins this one, just so I'm not going to have to get explained to as to why Andy beat me in fantasy football, which may just be a suicidal type event, if I'm being honest with myself. Well, that is it. That is the matchups. And if I could, for just a minute here, discuss some of the shady general goings on in our league. I think that there is a lot of room for improvement as far as shitty management, lackluster enthusiasm for the position of commissioner. There was an attempted coup, but I had no backers, and I was crushed as if by a third world dictator. It's one of the worst losses I've suffered in my 32 years on this planet. I'm not happy about it. I don't like it. Contrary to my fantasy team, I'm not a fan of losing, but it has happened, and it is what it is. And, Hunter Meese 2020.